Americans can't afford to buy groceries in 2025, and it's about to get worse. Look, I can tell you that living in Spain, I just bought 2 dozen eggs for 3.96 euro. And just like FAFO content, it's satisfying. But like missionary, there are other ways to do it. So let's try something different. The egg prices in the States are about to get more expensive, even if you buy eggs produced in the US, because tariffs. Let's consider an egg from Iowa, because Iowa handles 1 in every 6 eggs produced nationally. Egg production isn't just a chicken pooping out an egg. Iowa's egg industry depends on imports to function, from poultry incubators to feed additives like vitamins and enzymes. A tariff? A tariff would send equipment and supply costs soaring. Taxes on these imports raise production costs, so you'll pay more for eggs. For example, an egg packaging machine. I mean, I guess we could sell eggs in singles like at a bodega, but I promise you, they'll all be broken by the time you get home. Most of these farms use Chinese-made egg cartoning machines to package the eggs into cartons. These machines are 30 to 50% cheaper than the European alternative. I guess we can wait for the niche manufacturers based in the US to grow their production. So let's say the egg producers replace all of their machinery. Who pays for that? Well, the egg producers, of course. And then they'll add that expense to the price of their eggs. So you'll pay more. But do we really expect the farmers to throw out all of their current machinery? So let's say they don't throw out all of their equipment. They use automated systems to collect the eggs from the hens, right? It's not like the chicken is pooping the egg right into the carton. So what happens when the conveyor belt that moves the eggs needs service? It probably has a foreign motor and sensors. What happens when the egg grading machines that sort the egg by size and quality needs repair? Those parts are probably foreign too. So the parts will cost more, and then you'll pay more for your eggs. Then they have to feed the chickens. If chicken feed includes imported vitamins or antibiotics, farmers face higher expenses. Even if the resources are produced domestically, they'll probably cost more because of packaging and fuel. These costs will trickle down to egg producers and then you. So you'll pay more for eggs. Iowa is the second top exporting state for liquid eggs, which accounted for $100 million in 2023. If other countries impose retaliatory tariffs on U.S. agricultural exports, Iowa's egg exports could decline. The reduced exports might theoretically lower domestic prices due to surplus, but do we really believe that'll happen? They'll just cut the supply to stabilize the prices, or they'll shift their focus to domestic markets with less competition and just keep the prices high. Export markets often pay higher prices. Losing these can reduce overall revenue. So why wouldn't they raise domestic prices to compensate? So you can pay more for eggs. Tariffs can lead to economy-wide inflation. For example, if tariffs raise the cost of steel or plastics or fuel, transportation and packaging costs for eggs increase. Businesses pass these costs onto the consumer. If tariffs make imported goods more expensive, consumers might buy more eggs as a cheaper protein source. The higher demand can push egg prices up as well, so you'll pay more for your eggs. Suppose the US imposes a 34% tariff on imported machinery from China. Actually, now he's saying 104%, goodness gracious. An Iowa egg farm using Chinese-made incubators now pays more for replacement parts. Simultaneously, Mexico retaliates with a tariff on US eggs, reducing Iowa's exports. The farm faces higher production costs and lost export revenue. To stay profitable, it raises egg prices domestically. I'm not saying it, but you know what I'm thinking. Why should you care about all of this? You make a lot of money, you're upper middle class, right? Tariffs don't exist in a vacuum. They distort markets, they amplify inequality. They also destabilize the systems that enabled the very wealth that you're comfortable in. It's not just about eggs. It's about preserving a functional economy, a society that's stable. Economic self-interest and societal well-being are connected. Ignoring the ripple effects of tariffs is like ignoring a crack in your home's foundation. Eventually, the whole structure suffers. Inflation will erode any wealth you think you may have. Tariffs act like a hidden tax that fuel inflation across the whole economy. A 25 to 50% spike in egg prices might seem trivial to you, But inflation compounds across all goods and services. You may not be concerned that eggshells are used to catalyze cooking oil into biodiesel. You may not worry that the eggshells that go into your dog's food add calcium to it. You may not even worry about the eggs that go into a jar of mayonnaise. When a broad tariff is imposed, it doesn't just apply to egg packaging machines or farm equipment. Tariffs act like taxes on imports, raising prices for both foreign and domestic goods because supply chains are global. The US cannot produce materials that are not in the ground already. Teslas are considered the most American made car. It relies on batteries made at the Gigafactory in Nevada. But where do the components of these batteries come from? Lithium from Chile and Argentina and Bolivia, cobalt from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and don't even get me started on that. There's also nickel from Indonesia and Australia, Mexican wiring, and Taiwanese semiconductors, too. Tariffs on these imports raise production costs, increasing the car's price. Tariffs on Canadian lumber or Italian marble will make your home renovation more expensive. I know you were looking forward to that fancy Japanese toilet. Oh, and that Murano glass chandelier is going to cost a lot more than you budgeted for. I guess if you give up maybe the Persian rugs and instead of the marble go with quartz, you'll be fine. No one will ever notice. And even if they do, they won't mention it to your face. You'll have to rethink fine dining too. Restaurants using French wine, Japanese wagyu, or Spanish olive oil will pass on tariff costs. Good food is good food, right? So you'll pay more for dinner. The privileges your wealth unlocked will degrade. That Gulfstream jet you rent has Swiss made engines. Your subscription for the plane will cost more. So you'll pay more to fly private. Even though you earn more, you're going to feel it. This inflation is going to erode your disposable income. You'll feel it most when you travel abroad and the value of the US dollar has dropped. Your vacation will cost you more. Your high salary doesn't shield you from this. That diamond necklace that you were going to have made for that special birthday coming up? Well, I guess you could do lab grown diamonds instead, as long as they're not cut in India, where the best diamond cutters are. The notion that tariffs only hurt other people is dangerous. The ultra wealthy will hardly feel this, but everyone else will. Even you, a high net worth individual. Tariffs are not a middle class issue. They destabilize the interconnected systems that enable wealth creation and preservation. The pain may be delayed for you, but you will feel it. No one is insulated from this. These tariffs threaten your investments, your lifestyle, and your long term security. True economic resilience lies in cooperation, not isolation. Right now, the truly wealthy are shopping the Dow like it's an end of season sale. And if you're not spending millions right now to fill your portfolio with bargain price stocks, you're not actually wealthy. You just have a high net worth, and it's getting lower each day. Don't let being well off blind you. All of us are hurt by these tariffs. Instead of ignoring it as an issue for others, have the courage to collaborate with your fellow Americans. Support the people hurt most by these tariffs. Go out and protest against these policies. There's one coming up April 19th. And since your mom didn't tell you this, I had to. Now watch this. This is one of my favorite places to visit in Asturias. It documents the immigration of Spaniards to the Americas. Okay, bye.